And we're live.
We're live.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Fire and Hole.
Yo,
The standard sign in. We're here today doing some reviews. We haven't done reviews for a long time. Heiko and I. Heiko was really lucky this year. His secret Santa was Nick Barnes, who makes his own sauces, and so we're trying out a whole bunch of Nick's sauces today. So this is a lot of fun. So I'll hand it over to Heiko, and he can introduce Nick, and that seems to be a good format.
How's it going, Nick? Long time no speak.
yeah.
Like I said before in the previous episode that somebody may have seen, I saw Corey actually at one point. Um,
Well,
I've
Corey.
been really, really happy to get all these sauces, and I'm really excited about it. I've seen them floating around on the internet. I've seen all the labels, and every time I saw something that you made, I was basically like, I would like to have that. And right now, I've got a huge collection in front of me. As always, what I've done is I've split it up with my partner in crime, Greg, Fire in the Hole Marcus. We like to do reviews. He's a chili head as well, and we are just going through a couple of your sauces today. And I'm glad that you could join us because I want to hear the stories that are actually behind the sauces that we are tasting. We just had a great one, the pineapple pizza party. Absolutely great flavor, good amount of heat. Right now, my tongue is slowly slowing down, so we're good for the next one. And what I would like to do, and I'd like you to show the actual label, Greg. The Citric execution. The artwork is done by your wife, as you told me.
Yep.
That is an absolutely gorgeous label. That is brilliant. What can you tell me about this sauce?
So the label specifically talking, we'll start there. I mentioned in a previous video that a lot of these sauces come from like some sort of a group contest or whatever, and there'll be like a secret ingredient, and everybody's got to try to make their best attempt at it. In this situation, my partner in crime is Bianca Driscoll, and we partner up and make. We've done 2, 3, or 4 of them together now, and the label specifically, she's a huge Silent Hill fan, and Pyramid Head is like one of her favorite characters. So for her birthday, 2019, we were planning to go visit, and I had made a sauce specifically for her, and we had just called it Bee's Birthday Bash. And we basically took, my wife drew that character and just kind of turned it into a label for her, shipped it all to her, and then we went, flew down, hung out. She opened it up on the spot. It was a cool thing. And so moving forward, we've used that label a couple times and we've just tweaked it, like the color scheme or something like that. So in the case of this one, this was the contest was called Flower Power, and the ingredient that you needed to use was some form of a flower. So in this, we ended up going with the lemon verbena, and we were trying to go for like a lemon meringue pie. So you'll see on the label, his knife is actually like cutting into a lemon meringue pie, whereas in the original artwork, it was cutting a birthday cake. So we just kind of keep tweaking it a little bit, whenever it's something kind of for her. And this whole sauce idea was her brainchild. She said when we sat down, we were actually at the Burlance and we were hanging out, and with like the contest came up, and it's like, all right, what are we gonna do? We started brainstorming, and I was looking up edible flowers because I don't know anything about flowers, and I never think of them as to be edible, period. So start looking them up, and we come across lemon verbena, and she said, I want to do lemon meringue, and I was like, all right, perfect, let's do it. So that's kind of the idea behind this one.
So we'll just give it a good shake. Like I said before, what I've done is I've split it up between Greg and me. So he's got the original bottle. I've got another one here. I just happen to have
It smells like lemon meringue pie. That's uncanny. It literally smells like lemon meringue pie.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That's really
With
nice.
a little bit of heat underneath it, though. I can pick us up. Well, the opening on my bottle is bigger than yours. So. So are my nostrils. So.
Oh, nice pour too. Great consistency. Wow, very nice. Love that. Oh, it smells so good.
I get less heat actually on the spoon than I got out of the bottle. But like I said, this is not the original bottle that it came in. So
I don't smell any heat whatsoever. That's really cool.
oh, we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some.
Fire in the hole.
I know. Velvety texture. Like the texture is, it's like the cream that you have on a lemon meringue pie.
Right.
This is amazing.
It really is. It is. I'm gonna have to do that again.
Yeah, I might have to have a second.
So if we're talking about, there's the heat, and it hits me right in the vocal cords, which is always a good sign. If we're talking about something that would be an amazing dessert sauce, that would be a dessert by itself. That's how good it is.
This was I have to brag a little bit. This was the only sauce I've ever made that my wife actually likes, and that she had like fresh blueberries, and she was just kind of dipping blueberries in it, and she was actually enjoying it for a moment, and it was like an out of body experience because she doesn't like anything normally when it comes to this stuff. So
I'm getting tempted to chug this actually.
It's very drinkable. I was going to say, but I'm going to save it. I want to try it on some vanilla ice cream. That's what I
get the same thing. I get the same dilemma going on here because that is a mind-blowing flavor explosion in your mouth. It's got the velvety texture. It's got the sweetness. It's got heat. Like I said, the heat is hitting me on the vocal cords. You can hear that. But it's not blow your face off. Again, just like with the other sauce, you get the flavor first and then the heat builds up, but it doesn't overwhelm it. It is such a great balance between everything. Good acidity, good sweetness, a nice balance between all the different components that make up a good hot sauce.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's not too sweet and it's not too tart. It's just perfect right down the middle. It's so well balanced. I can't believe it tastes exactly like lemon meringue pie. That's amazing to me. It's like you threw a lemon meringue pie in the blender and just went bzzz. It tastes so good.
Funny about this too is, so like I said, it was Bianca's idea to do this, and so when we collaborate in these contests, usually you'll see people that collaborate. One person might be more of like an artist or a graphic designer. I'll use Dustin and Rory as an example. Rory's a sauce maker and Dustin likes to make labels and do stuff. So they partner together. They'll work out their ingredients, and then Rory will make it. He'll send it to Dustin. Dustin will try it. He'll make sure that it's what he was hoping for, and then he'll throw the graphics on it, and then they'll submit it. Well, when it comes to Bianca and I, we're both sauce makers, and we both want to be the one making the sauce. So when we kind of first came together with this, what we decided to do is we'll come up with our ingredients, and then we'll both make a batch, and then we'll ship to each other. We'll try each one first, because you usually have like a month or so in these contests, so you got a little bit of time. And so then at that point, when we both are like, okay, well, I like yours, well, then she's like, well, I like yours, then we would take it to work, so it's like pre-COVID or whatever. We take it to work and we would get other people's opinions, and then we would just tally votes, and then whichever one got the most votes between the two of us, that's what we would submit. So in this instance, we actually sent her version in, and hers is amazing as well. But there is subtle differences to them. And for me, I had never had a lemon meringue pie. Like, lemon is not like one of my favorite things. Like, I just kind of tolerate it. I don't like lemonade or anything like that, so I'd never had one. So I was like, well, if I'm going to try to emulate this, I better at least go buy one and try it, and as soon as I tried that cream, that, the topping, I thought, okay, that's what I really need to hit, because I know you can get like a lemon, I found like a lemon Sicilian white balsamic, and I knew I'd be able to get the lemon elements in there pretty easily, but I was like, that cream is what I really got to try to work on. So I actually ended up using one of my tricks that I've done and a couple sauces is I use white coffee as a water element. So I'll brew the white coffee, and it kind of has like a nutty flavor to it, and I feel like it helps when you're trying to make like a crust, like trying to throw that flavor, what a crust would be, into like a tincture or something. And so in the sauce element, I took powdered milk, and then I took vanilla powder that I'd found that was like pure white, because this whole time I was trying to retain like a color that resembled like the inside of the pie. So I was trying not to throw anything too dark in there, and so anyways, I come up with the I gotta look at my sheet here exactly what I did. I found like a meringue powder, and I just kind of put all that together, and then that's what I use for my thinning agent basically in the sauce to kind of get the consistency where I want it to be. And I just kept adding until I figured it was sweet enough. And that's kind of, so when you said like that creaminess, like that's exactly where it's coming from, is literally powdered milk,
Well, you did an amazing job on that, and it's still got a decent amount of heat, don't get me wrong. I mean, I can feel it. Like I said, it hit my vocal cords. I've got a good amount of heat that is actually coming through. It's not as hot as the last one that we had, but this is definitely, again, not something that normies would want to start with, because it'll blow your top off. But this is something that I will go back to again and again and again and again. I'm going to need more. I've only got half a bottle left.
I have the same problem.
Yeah.
The peppers. So I got the peppers this time from Matt Hill at Chattanooga Pepper Company, and I basically was just on a manhunt to find white peppers of any sort, and this was like around September, so it was prime time, in the States to get peppers and whatnot, but nobody was really growing. I was looking for like 7-pot whites or something like that, and he ended up getting me, I think there's like white fadas in there, white habaneros, yellow MA Wartricks, and I think there might have been like a white ghost or something like that in there. And then there was a bunch of Fatalis. And so I tried to grab he just sent me a box of everything white or yellow to white that he could find. So I was picking through, and I pulled all the white peppers out. And then I just threw in, like, because those Fatalis were just like a mustard yellow, like really bright, yellow. So I threw some of those in there just to kind of give it a little bit of an edge on the color and not be too creamy. But so it is kind of a mixture of pods, but nothing crazy over the top.
I like mixing peppers anyway, because you get a lot of different heat profiles from different peppers, in my opinion. I know that certain peppers hit me in a certain way, and the flavors get accentuated as well. You can get more flavor out of it when you use more than one pepper. So I really appreciate that in here as well. It's got so much flavor and depth to it, and different kind of heat that I can feel. It's my tongue, it's the back. I can feel it on my vocal cords. It's a great dessert sauce.
Thank you.
Yep. Absolutely. This one didn't hit me real hard at all. The heat wise, for me, it was real mellow, and not surprising. After the other one, I think I was kind of a little blown out, but I really, really love this one. I can't wait to try it on some ice cream. It's going to be so good.
Awesome.
Yep. So again, thanks everyone. We're approaching 15-minute mark again. These seem to always go long, but I'm liking it.
Long talker.
So we'll see you again for another one in a minute. And thanks for watching Fire in the Hole, and cheers.
Thanks.
See you in a bit.